Welcome, welcome, my CTers, to week 2 of your CT lifestyle call this evening, so our check-in call. And tonight, I'm super excited to have Jules share with us around self-sabotaging behaviours and our limiting beliefs. Now, a little bit about the beautiful Julie. She is a personal trainer here down on the Gold Coast. Absolutely phenomenal at what she does in her craft. And she's all about bringing communities together to look after their health on a massive global scale. She also is a NLP coach, so she can really get in your head and understand you from even just looking at the way you move your eyes to the way you touch your face to, so watch out, team, but really can give you some insights as to some of the things that may be stopping you from getting to where you really want to be, based around some of our behaviours and our belief systems. So I'm going to hand it straight over to you, beautiful Jules. You guys are in for a treat. This lady is absolutely phenomenal. So Jules, I'll shut up and hand it straight over to you, darling.
Yay! Well, thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for the beautiful introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to be part of the community and also to network with people like yourself, Candy, other people within the fitness industry. It actually it melts my heart that we can come together and work together as a team. We've all got the same goal, is to help people live happier, healthier lives. And when we're networking with other people in the industry, it really just brings us so much stronger as a community to get out there and help spread the word and share education with people. So thank you for the opportunity. And thanks to everyone who's actually taken on board to be part of this challenge. Changing our lifestyle habits can be tough. It can be really hard when we make a decision that we want to make some positive changes to our life. It can be one of the hardest things we ever do. And it's about having the support network behind us, people that believe in us to help us get there. So congratulations to everyone that has taken this on board, and you are supported 100%. And so just reach out to people. If you're struggling with anything, reach out. You've got some great people behind you here. So I just wanted to talk about a bit of mindset and self-sabotaging. So self-sabotage is directly linked to our mindset. So when we're in a negative state of mind, we then tend to lean more towards self-sabotaging behaviours. It's one of the biggest challenges we face when we're going for weight loss or changing our habits. So if we're in that negative mindset, it's going to set us up for failure, basically. So we need to focus on the good stuff. Our mind controls our body, our thoughts, and our actions. So let's talk about stress very quickly. So we live in a day and age where life is so hectic. I'm the queen of stress. I stress out daily on a regular basis, and I'm pretty sure that we can all connect on that level. So stress is such a huge thing, but the worrying part about stress is when we're stressed, our bodies release an increased level of cortisol. So when our cortisol levels are increased, basically this causes our bodies to want to overeat. And if we're stressed out for long periods of time, that cortisol can stay on high and on permanent in our bodies. And when our cortisol levels are high, our insulin levels become high, our blood sugar drops, and we naturally start craving sugary, fatty foods. So if you're stressed out, it's no wonder that you're going for the chocolate or the chips or the hot chips, the takeout food. So at the end of the day, we've just got to reduce the stress in our lives. So a couple of things that we can do to reduce stress is meditation. Meditation's been around for years and years, and scientific studies have proven that that meditation can reduce our stress, can also help with high blood pressure, and can also help with heart disease. So meditation has been around for decades and centuries. And if you speak to any super successful people in the world, a lot of them meditate regularly on a daily basis. And there's no rules when it comes to meditation. So you can take 2 minutes, you can take 5 minutes, you can take an hour if you need to. And meditation can be something as simple as just closing your eyes, taking yourself back to a happy moment in your life and just feeling that moment. Just, shut your eyes, take yourself back to one of the happiest days of your life. It could be your wedding day, it could be the birth of your first child, it could have been, watching your mum, achieve one of her greatest goals, could have been the day you jumped out of a plane, could be anything. So even if you haven't got time to take out to meditate, you can meditate anywhere at any time. So just keep that one in your back pocket. Regular exercise is another way that we can reduce stress. So if we're doing high impact exercise, we've got to be mindful that that can actually increase our cortisol levels temporarily. Things like low impact exercise, so walking, yoga, Pilates, those sorts of exercises can reduce our cortisol levels and reduce our stress. Social support is also really important. So especially if you work in a really high stress job, so if you work in, say, emergency service department, hospital, or if you're a police officer, those are high stress jobs. If you're in those types of like high pressure environments, you really need to be mindful to take time out to schedule social get-togethers with close family and friends, people that support you and take you away from that stress, you know, where you can just relax, be yourself and have a normal life. So the saddest part is a lot of people that work in those high pressure jobs end up with post-traumatic stress, and that can be debilitating for years down the track. So that's something to be very mindful of. The other thing is focusing on the positive. So we're negatively geared to focus on negative stuff all the time. Whereas if we just focus on positive things, the universe will show us more and more positive stuff. So whenever you're thinking something positive, try and look at it. When you're thinking something negative, look at the positive outcome. So you might have, you know, a bad day at the office where your boss is a real jerk or something like that. Be grateful that you've got a job to go to, you know. Focus on those sorts of things. You might hate doing the dishes at home. Be grateful that you've got food to put on the plate, you know, things like that. The kids might have made a mess. Be grateful that you've got a family that you come home and that they love you. So you've got to just look at the positive in every single situation. And once you start focusing on the positive mindset, you'll notice the universe will open up and start showing you where the positivity is in every situation, basically, the learnings from it. A quick story I will share with you guys is a friend of mine spent 10 years living in a Buddhist temple, and what they did in that temple is they made every single day, they lived every single day as if it was their birthday. So imagine that, imagine waking up and every single day is your birthday. How cool would life be, right? So how cool would that be? Just imagine it, you wake up and it's all about you every single day, and that's how we should be living our lives, because it is about us. You know, we put ourselves out online to make other people happy. At the end of the day, if we're not truly happy, if we're not being true to ourselves, how can we make other people happy? We have to bring it back to what's true to us. So let's just stick with that note and living in the now. So so many of us are focused either things that have happened in the past, or they're focused on achieving something in the future. So if we're not living in the now, and if we're basing our happiness on an external factor of something, you know, waiting for something to happen, like I'll be happy when such and such, then we can never ever truly be happy. So we have to be happy with what we've got right now in our lives. True happiness can only be achieved when we're in line with our goals. So when we're living our goals, living our dream and being true to ourselves, that's where our true happiness comes from, right? Who agrees with me on that one, yeah? Yes, good job, girls. The other thing is stop waiting for the perfect time, because there is no perfect time. It's, you know, the stars are aligned. It's our commitment that's not, you know. There's always going to be an excuse. As long as you're looking for one, there will always be an excuse. So a lot of people are waiting for tomorrow, waiting for next week, waiting for the new year, you know, or their husband's sick, their children are sick. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is right now. We only got one shot at life, and so we might as well make it the best life that we can, yeah? In relation to limiting beliefs, I just want to talk about limiting beliefs for a minute. So it's not our fault that we have limiting beliefs. These can be learned behaviours or beliefs that we were brought up with that stem from way back in our childhood. We don't understand what they are sometimes. So sometimes we don't even know where our belief system comes from. It can, you know, being from ages 2 or 3 or something that may have happened when we were a child that we don't even remember. And that has over years formed a belief structure which has impacted our whole life. And there's a great book. It's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And it's an awesome book to read. So if you do have some limiting beliefs, I'm getting a thumbs up here from Candy. So that book actually uncovers some of our limiting beliefs, helps us understand why we have those beliefs and how they have impacted our lives right up until today. And if we don't nip it in the bud, it will have that same impact rolling into our future. So I actually personally had a limiting belief that held me back in a certain part of my life for nearly 10 years, guys. That's 10 years that I missed out on a certain something in my life because of a limiting belief. So I was able to uncover what that belief system was. I was able to face one of my biggest fears, and now, you know, I'm living much happier in my life. So get onto it, guys. If there's a limiting belief, you know, make sure you smash that. I also want to talk about what your goals are for this challenge. So what if you focused only on your goals for this challenge and nothing else? If you focus wholly and solely on what you want, the universe will help you find the ways to achieve that. So if it's time that you're limited on, you got to ask yourself, how badly do you want this? So we all get 24 hours in a day. Every single person on this planet has 24 hours in their day. It's what we're spending our time on. You got to ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Do you want it more than you want to party? Do you want it more than you want to watch your favorite TV show? Do you want it more than you want to play the silly games on your iPhone? You are in charge of your time. So whatever you're spending your time on, that's how badly you want it. It's time for no more excuses. Being in the fitness industry, we have heard every single excuse under the sun. So I don't have time, I can't afford it, my children are sick. As long as you are looking for an excuse, you will find one. So it's about drawing the line in the sand and making it happen, yeah? Who agrees with me on that one? Yes, good job. And something else I wanted to ask you is there any fears that might be holding you back? So it might be something from your past that could be holding you back for your future. Now, it might not be your weight loss. It could be your weight loss journey. Perhaps you've dieted before. You might have done a challenge before. You might have done a diet before. You might have tried them all before and it hasn't worked. It's, you know, now is a different time in your life. So it's not the past. Your past does not define you. Whatever's happened to you in the past isn't what is your life now, and it's not what is going to be your life tomorrow. So if there's anything, you know, if you were driving your car and constantly looking in the rearview mirror, eventually you're going to hit a tree, right? Same thing happens in our life. If we're constantly looking behind us, it's going to stop us from moving forward. So we just got to focus on now, focus on the future. And life is a dance, guys. So where our focus goes, our energy flows. So if we're focusing on the negative, that's going to become our limits. If we're focusing on the positive, that's going to become our driving force to keep us moving forward, yeah? And if you do find yourself struggling, reach out. So reach out to someone who's here to support you, love you, care about you. Just know that in this challenge, you're surrounded by people that actually have your best interest at heart. They're here to help you and guide you. So surround yourself with the right people. What else can I tell you? The main thing is how you wake up each day. So if you're waking up in a shitty mood, that's going to set the tone for the rest of your day. So if you find yourself in a shitty mood, you got to quit the pity party, all right? We're going to fire the itty-bitty shitty committee, get rid of them. They're no longer serving you, all right? We're going to pick it up and you got to change your state. So if you are in a bad mood, change your state. Get out, go for a walk, call a friend, ring somebody. You got to interrupt the pattern. So it's about being mindful, being aware whenever you feel your mind sinking into that place, change the pattern straight away. So it doesn't matter what you do. Yeah? What else can I talk about with you guys is where we're living emotionally right now will determine the quality of our life. So we've got to upgrade our mind and upgrade our life just like we would with the software on our phone or our computer. If we're running on old software, we're eventually going to, you know, stop working properly. So we have to constantly upgrade our life, upgrade our mindset. Personal development is key, you know. And if you want something in life, taking advice from people who have it. So if there's, you wouldn't take advice, you know, investment advice from a takeaway shop attendant. It's the same thing with your health and fitness. If you are looking for guidance, find somebody who's doing what you want to achieve and ask them how they've done it, you know. Surround yourself with those sorts of people. Belief systems. In relation to belief, so you are exactly where you believe you deserve to be in your life right now. It's all about, you know, as your belief increases, so will your life, basically. So your results will increase as your belief increases. And our beliefs carry consequences. So what you believe is what you become, yeah? So we've just got to be strong, believe in ourselves, know that we can achieve it, surround ourselves with the right people that also believe that we can achieve it. That's all pretty much that I've got to say about that right now. So we are here to help you guys. If you need help with anything at all, please do reach out. We are here to serve you, guide you, love you, comfort you, and encourage you on your journey. And if you do have if you've got any limiting beliefs or self-sabotaging behaviours, if there's something that you have had and that you know that has served you for quite some time in your life that you're struggling to get past, to get through, please do reach out, because we are here to help you, and we can get you in connection with the right people to help you uncover some of those deeper, darker issues if you need help with them. So please reach out, guys, if you need any help. And thanks so much for being here. I'm going to hand you back over to the beautiful Miss Candy, and take it away, lovely girl.
Thank you. Wow. Did everyone take notes? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting my notes here. That was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Jules. And, you've hit it on the head in so many areas. And I think really it comes back to knowing that you are enough. You are worthy and you are loved. You really are, no matter what's happened in your past, no matter what, stories that you've heard or been told, you are enough in this world. So just have your own back. So, ladies, I'm going to stop recording, and then we're going to open up for any questions and answers for you, if you like. I won't be a moment.